what is going on, everybody? It's Steven here and welcome back to another console modding video, and today we have here once again the Reasnow Crosshair. So well, I already did a video on this product. It's a great product. I'm using it actually every time I play with my console, and this allows you to play, for instance, with mouse and keyboard on your console. In the last video I was playing Destiny, Call of Duty. It works pretty good. Basically you can use different controllers from your PlayStation 4 on your Xbox One. You can use a PlayStation 3 controller on your PlayStation 4. So it's basically a cross-platform controller usage. You can use mice, keyboards, you can even use joysticks for flight games. So there are really many possibilities on how to use it. Also, it has intelligent engine, so it's best mouse precision, one-to-one movement, auto settings. It supports Xbox headsets, firmware and field upgrades, and a lot of cool stuff. So if you want to check out more about this product, then please check out my last video, because in this video I just want to show you the updated version, which now supports the Logitech G27 racing wheel on your next-gen consoles like PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So it's still the same product I reviewed, I think 2 months ago or something like that, but just the software has been updated. So you just download the software update, you run it, and now it's compatible with the Logitech G27 with force feedback. And this is really one of the first devices, or actually the first device, which supports that. And it's really easy because you just load up the profile and there you go. You can use it then, and it's not so complicated like the Titan One where you have to run a script and configure all that. It's totally complicated on the Titan One, but on the Reasnow Crosshair, this is my #1 solution to use the Logitech G27 with force feedback on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Not all games are fully supported. There will be a list down below in the description, so make sure you check this out. So basically there's expert mode and legacy mode. I will tell you the difference just in a second. And as always, there's also a link to buy this little product here down below in the description, so make sure you check it out. And now I would say I don't want to bore you with all this shit, so let's have a closer look at the product and then let's get directly started and let's hook it up to my console. So well guys, the Reasnow Crosshair, it's just that little cube here. If you want to see an unboxing, there's one on my channel, make sure you check it out. So that little device here, it doesn't need a computer, so you just load up the profiles. You can change that on the go with your controller and also with your mouse and keyboard if you have some of them attached. So basically you just configure it once on your computer. You can load up a couple of games into that little thing, and then you just have to hook it up and start the game and start the correct profile. So a quick walkthrough, here at the top, which you can see, which is now black, there's actually a display. It will show the Crosshair logo and it will light up in different colors so you know which profile you have loaded up for which game. Then here on this side we have the mini USB connector. So basically that's the main connector, and you connect it with a mini USB cable to your computer. Here we have a reset button in there, in that hole. Then here on this side there's actually nothing. Here on this side we have 2 USB ports, so basically for mouse and keyboard, and here we have another additional USB port which is for your controller, so for the emulation and pass-through. Then let's have a closer look here on the back side. Crosshair designed by Reasnow Technologies, assembled in China. So that's the whole device. It's a bit pricey, but I think it dropped a little bit in the price right now, so make sure you check out the link below always for the latest price, and it comes here in this little nice box which you can see in the background. Okay, then now I would say let's just go, let's hook it up to my console. No, first of all we should just go to the computer and I will show you how to load up the profile, so let's go. Well guys, we're now here on the computer and now I want to quickly show you the Reasnow Crosshair software suite. So please don't mind my desktop, it's full of shit here from work, but yeah, you can download the software from their official website and this will give you a zip file with a lot of stuff in there. So readme, then basically how to fix issues, so they do a lot of research and also provide you manuals for that. But we want to have a look at the Reasnow Crosshair Manager, and the latest version right now is 1.36.0, and make sure you download the latest version, otherwise yeah, you can't upgrade to the Logitech G27 support. Okay, so make sure you connect it. I've now connected it, and when it's detected it should actually light up, show you the display, and then you can see here your device. First of all you have to do a firmware update, and firmware update is here in the right bottom corner. Basically you go here to upgrade firmware, and this will say upgrade blah blah blah, and I don't have to update because I'm already on the latest firmware. You can also reflash it if you have any issues in there, so pretty cool. Okay, now to configure the Reasnow Crosshair we have to click at the device here, and now you're here in the software suite. So basically you have here a lot of things to adjust. You can switch here between Xbox One, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 4. Now I'm using PlayStation 4 and I will play Driveclub, okay? So that's basically some game which is supported in expert mode. Real Racing, no sorry, not Real Racing, Project Cars is also supported in expert mode, and with that I mean expert mode fully supports the Logitech G27 and also sees it as a own device. So basically the PlayStation thinks there's a racing wheel connected. There are other games like Forza 5, Need for Speed, they only work in legacy mode. That means, yeah, the console thinks it's the controller and not the racing wheel, and basically emulates all that. So it's not that good experience, but it's still working. But yeah, we want to have a look at some expert mode game, which is Driveclub. You will find more information on that down below in the description. So well, you can add here a lot of games. Basically, I just have here now the Driveclub yeah, profile in there. So you can go here to New Game and add any game you want. So basically the Reasnow Crosshair works with Battlefield, with Call of Duty, Destiny. I was playing so much Destiny with that, awesome. Even Minecraft here, but well, you just add the game Driveclub, okay? Then you will have it here in the list. Make sure you mark it as startup. So this is quite important, and then you can also edit it. So don't change the mapping. Actually, you can leave everything here on default. This will work for sure. Make sure it says your steering wheel, and yeah, that's basically it. So when you have Driveclub in there and you have it here as startup profile, then you can actually save it. So you hit the save button and then it writes it to the firmware of the device. That means you don't need a computer near your console to play with the G27 on your console. That's just great. But yeah, once again, you can also add Xbox One games, for instance. If you want to have Forza 5, it should be in here. So here's Forza 5, hit the OK button. You can also mark it as startup. If it's not a startup, I think you have to yeah, press some button combo in order to get to this profile. So well, that's basically it. So really nice software suite, easy to use. I will now just leave it here with Driveclub as startup. We'll now just go to my PlayStation, hook it up, and I can show you how it works. Alright guys, so let me show you quickly my setup, and here you can see a monitor. So the PlayStation 4 right over here is connected to the monitor. Here we have some beer from Austria. Then here we have the PlayStation 4 controller, which we'll need, the Reasnow Crosshair all along with a mini USB cable and a micro USB cable for the controller. Then here we have the Logitech G27, and this is still the best racing wheel ever, so I absolutely love it. It was quite expensive, with around $300 if I remember that correctly, but it's really great because you have here the shifters, all the buttons. It looks nice with leather, and also the H shifter. Basically that was why I bought the G27, because of the separate H shifter. And also reverse is working with the Reasnow Crosshair. And we also have here the D-pad, which is basically then emulating the controller, as you will see later. A lot of buttons, and here at the bottom we have the pedals. Sorry for the cable, so this is my recording setup. And we have here the clutch, the brake and throttle. So everything is working with the Reasnow Crosshair, and also force feedback on the wheel, as you will see just in a second. So basically that's my setup, and now I want to show you how to hook everything up. So let's go and let's do it. So guys, the PlayStation 4 is now up and running, and now I want to quickly show you how to hook up the Reasnow Crosshair and configure everything. So basically we have previously defined the Driveclub profile as startup profile. So actually you don't have to do anything, make sure it's configured as startup, and now I will show you what you have to do in order to get the G27 here working. So if your controller is connected to the PlayStation 4, we first of all have to disconnect it, okay? So make sure you just press and hold the PlayStation button. This will bring you in the quick menu, and here in the quick menu you go to Adjust Sound and Devices, and here you go all the way down to Turn Off Device, and this basically turns off your DualShock 4 controller. So now the light is gone, you see it's not connected anymore. Now you drink some cold beer, no, just joking. Now you have to configure everything, so hook everything up. So for that we'll take the Reasnow Crosshair, and we have here now a couple of USB ports. So here we have the front USB ports, and in there we'll just connect first of all the Logitech G27, and there we go. So we'll just connect it here to the right USB port, and there we go. Okay, wrong way. So actually this way, upside down. Then we'll take a micro USB cable, and this is for the controller. So actually the controller goes in that way. And there we go. So in here there's the controller. And last but not least, before we actually connect it, so we'll just connect this now to the controller. So make sure that the controller and the Logitech G27 is connected to the Reasnow Crosshair. And now, last step is to connect it to the console. So I'm just using here the right USB port, works perfectly nice. Now I just take the mini USB cable, which is coming out of the PlayStation 4, and I'll just connect it here to the Reasnow Crosshair. And now you just have to wait. So you just put it somewhere on your desk and now just wait and do nothing. So the magic will start just in like 30 seconds. It's now trying to sync the wheel. You see it automatically starts to spin, and that means, yeah, it's connected, and now the controller should still be online. So I can use the controller to navigate here through the menu, but I can also use the D-pad. So maybe let me quickly show you that. So here's the D-pad, and I can also use the D-pad here to go through the menu. So basically it completely emulates the controller. So I can't use the racing wheel right now, but we are now going to start Driveclub, and it must be here in my library. So there we go. And I'm now using the G27 to go here for the menu, so it works pretty good. And we'll start now Driveclub. So well, let's hit the start button, and there we go. So we're now here in the menu, and yeah, let's just wait a bit. Let's wait until we enter the game. In the game you can still configure a lot of stuff. I'll now show you the most important settings, so what you should configure. So we'll do a quick cut here and zoom a little bit in that you can see that. Alright guys, I've now started up Driveclub, my favorite game. No, just joking, it's actually not. I'm a Forza 5 guy, so I'm just level 3 here in Driveclub, but I think we'll still have a lot of fun. But first of all I want to show you the settings in here which you can adjust to get the most out of the G27 experience. So go here to the settings, and here you go to gameplay, and make sure you switch the gear type to manual instead of automatic transmission. Otherwise, yeah, you will have automatic transmission and you can't shift with the H shifter. Actually you can, but it will just shift up and down automatically. Okay, next thing we have here controls, and the good thing about the Reasnow Crosshair, it's not emulating the controller. So basically the racing wheel is really detected as a racing wheel, and that means we have here steering wheel settings where we can adjust here the rotation angle. I'll just keep it here on 720 degrees. The force feedback strength, I will just keep it here on 80%. We have the wheel assist and the wheel vibration. Oh, currently on high. You did see the wheel vibrates, so the settings really work, and this is totally awesome. I'll just keep it here on medium for now. But you also have here the button configuration, and here for instance you can reconfigure any buttons too, which you could also reconfigure, for instance I think in the Reasnow Crosshair manager. Okay, that's basically it. We have here button configuration, wheel configuration, force feedback strength. So basically you can fully use now the G27 on your PlayStation 4, and this is just awesome. Okay, the rest here, nothing interesting. We'll just now go here to drive, and yeah, let's take some single events and let's go here to race. Right guys, so we're now here in the game Driveclub, and I just tried a quick race and it's really nice with the Logitech G27. But now we'll just restart the race here with my controller, which still works even though the G27 is connected, so it's pass-through mode. And now we're here in the game, and I don't want to win this race, I just want to quickly show you all the controls. Okay, so let's stop. And first of all, the racing wheel. Now you feel a resistance when you rotate the wheel, so just like on your computer, this is because of the vibrations of force feedback, the motors here inside, and you will see it later, it really works. We have the RPM indicator, which is also working, so the green LEDs, red LEDs, which shows if you're on the limiter. We have here the pedal shifters. Currently I'm not really using the pedal shifters, so actually I use the H shifter, which I really like more than the pedal shifters. But if you bring the H shifter into neutral mode, you can also use the pedal shifters, so I can go into the 7th gear, which I can't with the H shifter because the H shifter stops at the 6th gear. That's the only bad thing. So if you have a car with 7 gears, you have to use the pedal shifters to get into the 7th gear. Okay, let's drive a little bit. So the clutch is working. I'm currently here in the 7th gear, and as you can see I can spin up the engine. Then the brake is also working, as you can see. Then now let's get in the 1st gear. I'm currently using the H shifter, not the pedals. So if you try to shift with the H shift in one gear, then the pedals won't work anymore. So you have to have the H shifter in a neutral position. Okay, the next thing is you have the D-pad, so you can just play around here with the HUD. You can also change here, the point of view, like inside of the car, outside of the car. So it really works like it would be, a wheel made for the PlayStation 4. This is just awesome. But now let's drive a little bit. First gear, clutch, and let's accelerate. And there we go. Second gear, third gear, fourth gear. Now, fifth gear, have a look here at the RPM indicator. As you can see, the LEDs light up, so that's really working. And sixth gear, unfortunately, I have now a problem because I can't just go into the seventh gear. And there we go. So, works pretty good. Oh yeah, I'm in the third gear. And there we go. So it's really hard to play actually with the G27 in Driveclub. It's way easier in other games like, for instance, Forza 5. But I really love it, so I really have to get used to that, to all the cars. And there we go. So pretty cool thing. And now I want to show you the force feedback. So we'll now just crash here straight into the wall. And can you see that? So the wheel really moved, and we'll now just try it again, maybe in another curve. And there we go. So fifth gear, and I will now just drive it to the right, and as you can see, the wheel is fully moving, and this is really nice, so you can see that force feedback is working. Absolutely great. So this really feels like you would play on the PlayStation 3. If you have the Titan One or other emulating devices, I'm not really sure why, but they have some really crappy force feedback. So the Reasnow Crosshairs, by the way, the best experience I've had with the G27, so yeah, I should shift. When I talk, I always forget about shifting. Okay, so the next curve will crash once again. And have a look here at the RPM indicator. I'm currently in the limiter, it shows the red LEDs, and there we go. Works really, really good. So I absolutely love it. And yeah, we can also try reverse. And there we go. So it's in a neutral position. I can now just shift down, okay, with the pedal shifter. This is not working to go to reverse, but I can use here the 8 shifter, and we're now in reverse. And this also works. There's only one thing: you can also shift without pressing the clutch. So I'm not using the clutch right now. I can still shift perfectly. So that's the only bad thing. It would be way cooler if you would hear some crank up sounds if you just don't use the clutch. But I can even switch it to reverse, which shouldn't be possible too. And yeah, but except of that, the experience is really nice, and you can adjust the force feedback in the settings, so you can have full force feedback, you can have medium force feedback, just like I use right now, so not too strong with all the vibration, but you can also have some low force feedback. So the Reasnow Crosshair really emulates it totally, and tells the PlayStation 4 you're using a real racing wheel, and you can use all functions here from the Logitech G27. Oh yeah guys, so here's a quick race, and I will now try to complete the race without crashing, and hopefully I can win it. But yeah, Driveclub feels completely different than Forza 5, also I don't know the track, so it will be a bit hard, but let's see. And yeah, just sit down and enjoy the gameplay, so you can see that the G27 works here really good on the PlayStation 4. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're now here at the end of this review/update video on the Reasnow Crosshair. All in all, I had a lot of fun testing this device, so testing also here the latest firmware version and bring you an update on the Logitech G27 with our next-gen consoles. So it's a great device. It brings back the G27 to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, it only acts as a controller, so not as a full steering wheel in some other games like Forza 5, so the experience is not that good, but in Driveclub, for instance, yeah, it's really a super nice experience. Project Cars the same, so it really acts as a full steering wheel and you can use all the features, so that's really great. All in all, big thanks to Reasnow for sending me out one device here. I'm so happy that I can have the G27 back on my next gen consoles, because the steering wheel was fucking expensive and I'm really not sure why Sony and Microsoft just can't implement the damn drivers for this one. I'm pretty sure they want to sell their own accessories, but the G27 is still a great racing wheel and it works with so many games and this is just awesome. So thanks to Reasnow, really a great device. If you want to check it out, there's a link down below in the description, non-affiliate, so I really have to say it's my own opinion. I think this is the best thing you can get, because you don't need a computer, you can play with mouse and keyboard, and also you can play with the Logitech G27 on your favorite next-gen consoles. So there's really no device which is that good than the Reasnow Crosshair, at least in my opinion, and I had a couple of those sticks, also the Titan one. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. As always, link down below in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. Lots of more regarding console tuning will come soon, because we are setting up some kind of gaming room. Room tour will be really awesome. So stay tuned for more guys, have a nice day and see you soon in the next one. Bye bye.